Hey everyone, this is Glitch. Welcome to the Build 10 and 11 features video. Let's take a look at what's new in Wealth Lab 7. First off, we have MetaStrategies. What is a MetaStrategy? A MetaStrategy is a type of strategy in Wealth Lab 7 that's composed of other strategies. So when I go here to New Strategy, MetaStrategy, I'm given a area here where I can drag and drop other strategies. So let me drag a couple of my tried and true strategies here. I'll drag Knife Juggler and RSI Agita. So each of these strategies will become components of the MetaStrategy, and they'll run as a combined result. So I want to change the position size here to % of equity for the RSI Agita. Each component strategy can be given its own weighting, a portfolio weight. The default here for two of them is 50%. You can reallocate that by using these weighting controls, but let's just stick with 50% for each one. And let's run this. The Knife Juggler will run on the DAX and the RSI Agita on the Dow 30. So it's now running each component strategy and combining the results into one. And here we go. Here's our combined equity curve. But what's more interesting here is the profit curves. So this shows us how each component strategy contributed to the result. And in previous builds, the numbers here that you would see were kind of based on how these components ran before combining them, so things didn't always add up as you might expect. Here now with this build 10 update, the figures are even shown here is the sum of profit curves plus dividends plus cash interest minus margin interest will equal this value, which will match what you see down here. So these profit curves are now 100% matching, and that is the enhancement we made to our MetaStrategies. Next, we have support for the dynamic keyword. So if you're into C# coded strategies, you can now use dynamic variables. Not very common, but people may want to do that. So here I'm creating a dynamic variable, and then let's go ahead and print the result of that x2 string onto the top of the chart. So let's compile that. It compiles. In previous builds, this would not compile because we did not have all of the required assemblies referenced in our dynamic source code compiler component here. Now we have that in place. So if I run that on a single symbol, we should see on the chart the number 1. So that is the support for the dynamic keyword encoded strategies. Next, we have something new, a new property you can use called execution mode. We also have a new enumerated type, StrategyExecutionModes type. So let's create a variable of that and assign it execution mode. So execution mode is a new property that returns an instance of this StrategyExecutionModes enum. The possible values here we see in our integrated quick ref. When I clicked on that here, this comes up. The possible values are strategy, optimization, streaming chart, and strategy monitor. So let's see what happens when we draw this to the chart. And we'll run this strategy on a single symbol. And it prints up here strategy because this strategy is run within a strategy window. So you may want to do different things, whether your strategy is running in a strategy window and an optimization, in a streaming chart. So this gives you the capability of knowing where your strategy is running from. Next, we have something related to automated trading. So WealthLab 7 supports many different brokers, and it's important to know where your automated orders are going to. So let's open up a quotes window, for example, which is capable of automatically placing or staging orders. You'll see here a new control, a drop-down that lets you select a broker of the available brokers installed and an account. So here you can specifically say I want signals from this window routed to this broker in this account. So pretty important when you can connect to multiple different brokers, multiple accounts, you can now organize and control where your orders are going to. Last, we added a flag for certain indicators based on some forum discussion we had here. So let's go to the indicators list in WealthLab 7. You can click this indicators and see all of the available indicators. We have numerous indicators. We have a filter here so you can easily filter and see just the ones you're interested in. So the ones of note for this discussion are the swing indicators in the community library. If I click on one of these swing indicators, I get the warning that it's flagged as potentially peeking ahead at future data. So you probably do not want to use this in trading decisions. So we kind of let you know that these indicators, while they may be useful in a chart here, for example, you probably don't want to use them in a trading system because of this warning. So that's it. There we go. Those are what's new in build 10 and 11. Join us next time for build 12. Thanks a lot, guys. See you then.